Hey, it's Jeff Garber, mortgage expert and mortgage interest rate guru, and today is Fed Day. Big day for anybody who follows the economy, and especially mortgage rates and inflation and things like that. The Fed meets every 6 weeks, and they come up with their policy decision on what they want to do with interest rates. So what they do? Well, they hiked 0.25% on the short-term rates, all right, which aren't mortgage rates. Short-term rates are very different than long-term rates, all right. Short-term rates tie into car loans, credit card loans, home equity loans, things of that nature. Long-term rates, like 30-year fixed mortgages, don't come from the Federal Reserve. They come from the movement of what are called mortgage-backed securities or mortgage bonds, which trade on the bond market every day. And that's what I'm showing you right now. That's a chart of the mortgage-backed securities. Now, let me just clean this up a little bit, make it look a little bit less intimidating, just taking out some of the lines. And what you're going to notice is I have a 6-month view here. And we can see back in October where the mortgage bonds were up really high, which is good because the higher bonds are, the lower interest rates are. But you can see a considerable sell-off since the beginning of the year. Right here is December 31st. All right, you can see the chart clearly showing a steep sell-off in the bond market here. And that equates to mortgage rates rising. It's that simple. All right, there are no other real indicators that are going to cause interest rates to rise. Sure, there's the 10-year Treasury note, which people talk about all the time. And yeah, mortgage rates tend to trade in the same direction that the 10-year goes, but not always. All right, they truly come from mortgage-backed securities, which are basically mortgages that trade on the bond market every day. And that's what I'm showing you. So today, Fed hiked a quarter. We would have thought maybe that the bond market would like that, because when the Fed hikes interest rates, they're doing so to get ahead of inflation. Inflation is the kryptonite to the bond market and kryptonite to mortgage rates. Why are rates going up right now? A couple reasons. One, inflation's a lot higher than it was a year ago. Number two, we have the situation in Russia and Ukraine, which is very inflationary right now, you can see that at the gas pumps, causing the price of oil to go up. All right, so the Fed right now is battling, not only Russia and Ukraine, but it's battling inflation. So 1/4 point hike today, which was pretty much baked in, everybody kind of knew it was coming, wasn't going to be strong enough to actually excite the bond market and have it reverse and go in the other direction. Add on top of that they left some uncertainty about what they're going to be doing with their balance sheet. And again, I don't want to get too deep into that because we can get off topic here in a heartbeat. So right now, end of the day so far here, 3 o'clock, I should say around 3 o'clock, we know that the Fed is going through their Q&A right now. That usually is a market mover. And we really want to just see what happens over the next day or two. See how the markets digest the first Fed hike. They've come out and said that they're going to be raising rates at almost every session for the rest of this year and going into next year. So that's another 7 sessions this year, or 7 hikes total. So at some point, these rate hikes will do their job and get ahead of inflation. They've done so every time in history. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now in between that we have to keep an eye on. And it's playing a tug of war with what the Fed's doing, which is not only not reversing course here, but actually exacerbating rates going north or rates going higher. So it's not a panic mode. We're going to watch it closely. I might even have to do another update this week, especially because markets are going to digest. But at the end of the day, rates are still in the 4s, okay? And that's still historically low. We're still at rates pre-COVID, and we were fine, before COVID happened. Housing market's still strong. Right? Of course, we don't like rates to continue to go up, but we're optimistic that the Fed will get in front of this at some point. Not exactly 100% sure where or when that's going to happen, but that's why we watch. That's why we keep you in touch. I should say keep you updated every week. I will do that. Again, if I need to, I will get back to you tomorrow with an update if anything changes. If not, I'm going to come back at you next Wednesday, and we'll see how this all plays out. All right, have a great day.